Yeah. Talk about something, Leah. No,
Great
hello.
introduction. Wow.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I know I haven't been on in forever. You should be used to that by now. If you're not, then you haven't been watching my channel very long.
If you're part of his new 300 subscribers, then, well, you have a little learning to do. This guy doesn't upload ever.
No, I do. I wouldn't say ever. I do. It's
I would
just,
say ever.
it's just long and spaced out. Long spaces between uploads.
It's not forever. It's perfectly timed and strategized.
Yes,
Once
exactly.
every 8 months.
I'm abusing the YouTube algorithm because
Yeah,
I am
sure.
smart.
Okay, well,
So
that was a bunch of lies in one sentence, but I guess we'll roll with it.
hey, there's already somebody watching. What do you know? That's
Is it you?
surprising. No, it's not me. I'm actually not monitoring right now. I probably should do that.
Yeah, then we will have twice the amount of viewers. That's crazy.
Whoa. So many views. Anyway, hello, person. How are you doing? Just started, the stream, whatnot. Just a bit of random gameplay while talking on the side, yeah. In fact,
So
I
wait,
am
what's
going
the title you went with again?
to, random gameplay podcast.
Hmm.
So,
I mean, I don't know if it's actually a podcast, but
not really.
Our podcasts have to be pre-recorded, right, to be a podcast?
I don't know
Or
about
no?
I don't know about pre-recorded, but like you can most definitely have a live podcast.
I don't know. I thought if it's a live podcast, that means technically it's a talk show.
I don't know.
No?
I mean,
Am I retarded? I mean, I'm retarded, but am I not right about that? I think I am.
I don't know. I honestly don't. I mean, I guess it
We'll
would
leave
just
the chat to figure it out.
I guess it would
Get
just
on
depend.
it.
Yeah, I guess it would just really kind of depend. But yes, person watching, if you're still there, get to that. Tell us, do you think it's a podcast if it's live, or is it a podcast when it's pre-recorded? What are your opinion? What's your opinion? Hey, there's a comment. It's just 3 thumbs up. That's not very specific. Could you go
You
into
liked
more
this
detail?
video 3 times. What a Chad.
Right though? Only Chads watch my videos.
Yeah.
Oh. Podcast is
Sure.
pre-recorded, he says.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Dude, that would be such a weird experience if Joe Rogan had like a live podcast or talk show. That would be so cool. You should do that.
That would most definitely be interesting.
Yeah, but I also don't think it can also be a talk show, but a talk show doesn't have to be on air.
Yeah. I don't
Kind of
know.
like that whole tortoise turtle thing.
Yeah.
A turtle is technically a tortoise, but a tortoise is not technically a turtle.
Yeah. Or vice versa, something like that. I don't
I
know.
don't think is it vice versa. You're stop doubting what I say, because then I doubt it. Just go along with me, Matthew. Fucking hell.
You know what makes today so amazing about my actually like recording and uploading and whatnot? I've done it twice today. That's what makes today a
True.
special
That
occasion.
is actually true.
Because I
If you haven't
did,
checked out his other video, you should. It's
yeah,
good.
I actually
It's safe.
uploaded a real podcast apparently, because this isn't technically a real
True.
podcast. But no, I uploaded an actual podcast earlier in honor of Suicide Prevention Month. So yeah, go check that out. Well, not really in honor of, I guess, but like just because it is
This
Suicide
is in
Prevention
honor
Month.
of people killing themselves.
Yeah. No. No, just I uploaded a Suicide Prevention Month podcast. So go check that out.
You know what? How about this? If you want to find out what it's about, you fucking watch it.
Yeah, that's a great point, actually.
How about you watch every single video he's ever made right now, and probably just like it, every single one.
Yeah.
Even if you actually don't like the video, just do it.
Just do it to support me.
Fucking subscribe.
I mean, I'm not that good, but I'm kind of funny.
Right now for this epic, precisely timed videos that are on schedule, for sure.
Totally.
Dude, I'm fucking cunted.
Oh. Love how my only response is just oh.
Oh. You know what that reminds me of?
What's that remind you of, Leo?
The first John Wick movie. You remember the scene?
I think. Which scene are you talking about?
Okay, I don't think you remember it. But when, I can't remember his fucking name. The main bad guy of the first one, he calls John Wick or not John Wick, he calls the fucking car, guy. God, I can't fucking remember anyone's names, I'm sorry.
Yes, the one guy calls the one guy and says the one thing about the one thing.
When his son
Very descriptive.
gets his fucking face punched right by the guy who was on the cars because he found out that he killed John Wick's dog and stole his car. And then his father calls the car owner, or the dealership guy, and says that he struck my son, and he tells him why, because John Wick did it, and then his response is just, oh, that's a good reason to hit my son. Thank you for breaking his nose.
Thank you for kicking his fucking ass.
Speaking of broken just kidding. Well, could we, do you think he would care?
I mean...
Should we just, I know we should, well, no, I've called him, by his name in my videos, obviously.
Yeah. I don't even remember what his new channel name is.
I'm just gonna say it because you can cut this out if you want to.
I'm gonna keep it in, I don't care.
Okay, whoever's watching this one viewer, this is confidential information that will probably do you no use, but
just so you know, it's confidential, so don't say anything. Yeah. Or do. We don't care.
So, Eclipsite, also known as Jace.
Oh yeah, there we go, Eclipsite.
Just got in a fucking fight. Yesterday, was it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday.
He was driving with his mom, and these people behind him were screaming at his mom, yelling insults at her because apparently she was driving recklessly, which may or may not be true. I don't know.
All he said was that she was driving slow. That they were driving slow.
Really, if they did cause a scene just because of that, then
that'd be extremely ridiculous on their part.
The point was that he made, I believe, is that they were yelling insults at them, just as if they were driving recklessly.
Yeah, that they were
starting the fight. Anyways,
yelling insults and profanities and shit because they were driving slow.
And the guy who was driving the other car, his girlfriend, I believe, started attacking his mom, and then I'm not 100% sure how it went down. All I know is these grown-ass adults assaulted a minor, which is our friend, and fucking nearly broke his nose, and he posted a picture of his face after the fight, covered in blood, by the way. Absolutely fucked, but, he stood his ground, and I assume won the fight because the other people...
they ran for the hills, right? Yeah, they took off.
Cops tracked them, and then they got him, and then I believe there was resistance towards the cops, so they're definitely having some charges pressed.
Oh yeah.
But,
if by nobody else, by the cops. Yeah.
The other day.
So go sub to Eclipsite for support because he got the fuck beat out of him.
And beat the shit out of other people. I don't want to say he got the shit beat out of him, but
no, I'd definitely say at the very least he won the fight. Yeah. His nose
doesn't matter.
Yeah. His nose got busted up. But so yeah, drama there.
Drama. I don't even know if that's considered drama. It's just straight up assault.
Yeah, true.
Because people are being dramatic. But,
yeah.
But drama.
Well, I don't know.
Well,
drama, but not drama. What the?
Sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, that was wild. People be crazy nowadays, man. Especially when everyone is just now coming out of their fucking houses after being in months of quarantine. Like all their fucking anger that's been suppressed is now being released on everyone, whether it's for a good reason or not.
Oh, it's never for a good reason. There's never a good reason to take out your anger on somebody else.
Well, I mean, that's not true.
Okay. In the situation where they fucking deck you in the face and you deck them back, that's one thing. But like, if you just walk up to some random person who has no idea what's going on and you deck them, that's not a good reason to take out your anger on somebody.
I still disagree. You want to know why?
Why?
Hypothetically, say a preschool was under siege and they were all hostages by this one crazy maniac who self-diagnosed himself with depression on a fucking BuzzFeed quiz, and he was holding everyone hostage because he was through with life and all this shit, and wanted these preschoolers to pay because they stole his juice box and in preschool, obviously.
Even though he's no longer preschool,
vengeance.
anyway, continue.
I never said this man was logical.
Anyways, no, I know.
Let's say I had a very bad day because I just got out of quarantine, and you know what? I wasn't feeling the best, and then I see this man threatening to shoot these preschoolers. I sneak up on him and I give him the old Jamie Lammy. All right.
Okay, no. See,
I snuck up on him for no exact reason, and because I didn't have any personal beef with him.
No, but still, I'm saying like, just some random person, like, say somebody's having a bad day. They see somebody who's sitting there at Walmart, minding their own business, just happily going along, shopping, getting their groceries, whatnot. Person's doing absolutely nothing wrong. Completely innocent in this situation, and the person who's having a bad day just fucking decks him out of nowhere. That's where it's inexcusable.
So, I say.
No, but see, it's a situation like that where it's inexcusable to take out your anger on somebody else because they're just sitting there enjoying their day, and you're not, so you fucking decked them. But
what if I had an ice cream and it fell off the cone? Then do I have a right to assault someone?
No.
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 Shit, I've been doing this all wrong. I won't lie to you. Just last week, I got a fucking what's it called, gelato, and it fucking it didn't just fall off the cone. I fucking dropped the whole thing. Just I don't even know.
So
how
you murdered
possible.
the person next to you?
No, that's a crime. I punched this 7-year-old girl in the face.
Assault is also a crime, Leo.
She fucking pointed at me and started laughing, and then I was like, alright, well, I'm sick of your shit. Come here, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, assault is also a crime. Fun fact.
No, it's a seasoning. Stupid.
Okay, wrong kind of assault, for one.
And who only puts 1 grain of salt on anything? That's just pointless.
No, I'm talking about assault as in ASSAULT. I think that's how it's spelled at least. I could be complete. Ooh, I found diamond. No, I'm talking about.
I can't read her, right?
Exactly. No, I'm talking about the random attacking of another person. That is a crime. Fun fact.
First time I'm hearing of this, but okay.
I'm sure it is.
So you're telling me that stupid fucking bitch of a 7-year-old asshole was in the right for laughing at me when I dropped my gelato that I spent
No.
I actually stole the money, harassing another person, rightfully so, because they were laughing about me for another reason, to which I forgot.
Not rightfully so. And no, she was not in the right for just sitting there mocking you and laughing at you. That's still terrible. But that doesn't mean you have the right to fucking attack her. I dare to disagree.
I think she deserved worse, and she should be thankful that she only got a boot in the face.
I disagree.
You know, agree to disagree. Your world that you live in seems a lot weirder, in my opinion, but, you know...
Yeah, yes. I live in the weird world where we're not allowed to just randomly attack people because we feel like it. Yes, that's the weird world.
I still think you're wrong, but okay.
I'm sure
I
you
don't
do.
understand. You're telling me all these people I shot with my AR-15 at school wasn't justified, even though they made fun of me one day in gym class because my shirt looked like it had a cum stain on it, and it was in fact not?
No!
Huh. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know what to say to you, Matt, but you're definitely not in the vast majority.
Leo, newsflash, I think you're just a psychopath.
Sounds like something a psychopath would say.
I know this
Sounds
may
like
come
something
as a
the imposter would say, and
Oh
I
my
can't be
gosh.
the imposter. I was in vent.
Hey, all I'm saying is that I only killed White because he was acting pretty sus, okay?
Fair enough, fair enough. Rightfully so, I reckon. See, you assaulted someone just because, well, I'm not 100% sure, but it doesn't seem rightfully just. Just off of a hunch, you killed him? Just because he's a bit sus? You're a hypocrite. Guys, I just exposed MDog967 online. On stream. Get exposed.
You exposed me for
Unsubscribe.
acting
Watch
sus.
every video
Whoa.
of his and dislike him.
Oh shit, that's a new kind of hate crime.
Don't cyberbully me. Can you believe that people fucking get mad about cyberbullying and offended? Like, bitch, turn off your computer. Lol.
Okay, I mean, yeah, like cyberbullying is terrible, but at the same time, like, you need to
Cyberbullying is hilarious.
like when
I
it's
love trolls. Well,
but
that's
like,
not true. A lot of them are just annoying. But
yeah, it's
some of them
annoying
are
and
fun.
it's annoying and rude, whatnot. But at the same time, like you said, legitimately
So you're
learn to
telling
turn
me
off
the
your
skull
fucking
I burned
computer.
down wasn't justified because someone online called me a faggotron? Really? A
I mean-
faggotron, Matthew. A faggotron. You're telling me I don't have the right to burn down a school? Really? Okay. Or
But
are you
Leo-
saying I do have that right?
No, I'm saying you don't. For the sole reason of Leo, you are a faggotron.
Alright, Matthew, I know where you live. Just saying, like,
Yeah, and I know where I live too. What's your point?
I didn't have one. I was just letting you know.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm
can't
not
just let you know things.
I'm not surprised that you know where I live, considering you've been here. But okay. So no,
Well,
you
I
can't.
didn't know if you knew that.
No, you can't just tell me things. That's illegal.
Okay. There's a lot of crimes that you're seemingly making up here. Like, I know for a fact that fucking 7-year-old had it coming. You know what is a crime, though, that involves young children? Is fucking Cuties. That movie
Yes. Oh
is
my.
is
Oh,
literally
good
fucking
God.
the devil's fucking porno. Like, what?
No,
What
no,
is
no,
the-
no, 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 no. Even the devil shuddered at that one.
Fucking filmed by Lucifer himself. Fucking Christ, man.
Even the
That's
devil
lit-
himself was disturbed by that one.
Yeah.
Like, good
Yeah,
God.
that's a... Just,
And for anybody who's watching this now or later on in life for some random reason, I don't know why you'd watch this. Anywho,
yeah, pretty weird.
if
Pretty
you don't
sus.
if you don't know what we're talking about when we say the movie Cuties, all you need to know is child pornography.
Don't Google it, first of all.
Yeah,
Google it.
don't Google it. That will get you put on every FBI watch list there is. Second of all, just child pornography. That's all that really needs to be
I was
said.
watching Penguin Zero's video on it, or Critical Charlie, the
Yeah.
man himself, Jesus Christ. I was watching his videos on it, and how and he pointed out some videos and stuff of these people who were doing reviews of the movie, saying how much they loved it and how they're like
Supporting it.
and stuff and supporting it. Yeah, it's actually so gross. Like, all right, this is a bit controversial, obviously.
Go for it. Go
But
for
like
it.
people on Twitter, I swear, they will defend pedophiles and stuff, but the moment a fucking writer like J.K. Rowling says they hate transsexuals or whatever, and then they get all in this like fucking shitty mood, I guess you could say. Like they get all riled up.
Yeah,
All
no.
the products, even the products that aren't actually produced by them. Like the new game, I was telling you about this new Harry Potter game that I'm hyped for, Hogwarts Legacy. I've been waiting for a good Harry Potter game my whole fucking life, and there's finally one that looks promising. And there's so many people trying to boycott it, and you know people can definitely boycott games because we saw it happen with The Last of Us 2. Right? And I'm like, fucking hell. Why are these... Like, I know why they're trying to boycott it, because they think J.K. Rowling is earning off of it, but she's not. And even if she did, she already has fucking millions of dollars, and it won't matter in the least. And what you're doing by boycotting this game is actually fucking
Just boycotting a good game.
It was not only that, but all the people who are underpaid and hardworking that made this game because they had a passion for this world that she made. Not because it's her that, you know, created it, but just because of what the actual
Just because,
story is.
they enjoyed the story, they enjoyed the lore, whatnot, all that.
Enjoyed it a lot. They made their own story. They made their own world for it. Well, expansion of the world, you could say.
Yeah,
and
they...
their own stories. And now you're trying to boycott all these things and make this small, or not small company, but this company earn no money and stuff for something they worked very hard on, probably for a long ass time by the looks of it.
Yeah. Also, sorry to interrupt, but we just had another person join the stream, and the first thing they commented was, "The fuck did I walk into?" Long story short, some very disturbing things. That's all you need to know.
Cuties is lit.
Don't listen
Definitely
to him. He's mentally
Oscar-worthy.
retarded.
I'm actually not, surprisingly.
That is surprising. Especially considering the comment you just made. Like, good fuck. You'd have to be mentally retarded to actually fucking think that. I'm not even kidding.
You would. Good thing jokes exist. I'm joking. You tell I'm joking? I'm a joker. Please don't fucking put me on some watch list.
Nah, you should probably put him on a watch list anyway, but not for that reason.
Only, what? For kicking that fucking 7-year-old in the face?
Only for that, and probably the pipe bomb that you made. We all know it was you who blew up your grandma. Come on.
Yeah, but it was a prank.
Well, I don't think your grandma felt that way.
It doesn't matter what she felt. She went kablooey. She doesn't exist anymore. They literally couldn't find a trace of her. In fact, I don't even know what I'm telling you. This it actually wasn't me, believe it or not.
What? You're not the person who sent grandma to high hell?
Not until you're able to prove it.
God, that's an excellent question. What the fuck is this shit? No, essentially all we're talking about is just shit that's wrong with the world. So everything.
This channel?
Yeah, that's accurate.
Kidding.
That's accurate. Don't be sorry for the truth.
Why are you bullying me? I'm wrong. Or I'm right. I'm fucked, dude. I'm fucked.
So, consider sharing the stream with...
And what?
People should consider sharing the stream with others. You know, just, hey, you should go watch this. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Also,
I mean, it's a total lie, but it would be pretty funny if he did.
Also, the person who asked what the fuck is this, they just said, FBI would like to know your location, Leo.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they already know it.
Yeah, they probably do. It's you we're talking about, so... They probably found it out after the 7-year-old. Oh. God, the comment I just made sounds a lot worse than it really is. They probably found it out after the 7-year-old. That sounds a lot worse. That sounds a lot worse than the reality of the situation without the context. Like, hands down, that is 10 times worse than what it was intended. Probably, but still. It's a lot worse without context. Like, it's still bad, but it's so much worse without the context.
Everything could be worse about Minecraft. Like, you can be playing Minecraft, or what did I say? Hold on, what did I say? What was the sentence I just said?
Everything can be bad about Minecraft.
Yeah, I thought that's what I said. Everything can be bad without context. Like Minecraft, you can just be playing Minecraft and out of nowhere say, "Ooh, I just fucked that villager." Anyone can take that out of context and make it sound way worse.
But that is bad.
Even worse, you could be like, "Yeah, I know," but my point is, anyone can take things out of context and make it sound bad.
Okay, that is a good point.
Like,
Despite the fact that
as in, like, I killed it, right? Not that you actually fucked it.
Okay, whereas in your case you do actually fuck them, but we're going to change the topic
That's
from
still
that.
not that bad, honestly. You're telling me you'd rather, instead of having sexual intercourse with someone, you'd rather just kill them? That's kind of weird, but okay.
I mean, well, depends on the person, I guess. Like, if it's a
okay, well, if it's a sexy hot rotten villager.
No,
Rule 34 villager, really? You're gonna pass on that? Okay. You're gonna open up those beef curtains and slide right in?
Oh god. What the fuck is this? Just legitimately.
I don't know. Delete it all.
Probably should. We're gonna get put on an FBI watch list at this point. Just what you'd rather?
Already am, considering I blew up my grandma. But like, I totally didn't though.
I totally didn't do the thing I just said I did. Totally.
Yeah.
Why would you think that?
I'm blind. Believe it or not, I know I'm quite deceptive. That's why I nearly won. Not won, but pulled off all those good bluffs on bullshit, which is like my favorite card game now.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Ooh, that's something we could talk about, the fucking camping trip.
Oh yeah. Oh,
like
dude.
That should have been a given.
Yeah, that should have.
You want to start it off?
Sure. So we went camping.
Yeah, I mean, they probably know that detail, but...
Probably could have guessed that much from the whole camping trip thing.
Think your viewers are stupid or something?
No.
Trying to treat them like babies, explain every little detail that they already know? Huh? Repeating yourself? Fucking... I'm unsubscribing.
No, but so we went camping, whatnot. We went up on a privately owned property up in the mountains. The guy,
an undisclosed location.
Yeah, undisclosed location, whatnot. The guy who owns the place, really cool, awesome for him letting us stay there, whatnot. But anywho, so we went to go camping, and while we were there, one of the first night we were there for like what, 2-3 nights?
We were there for 2 nights.
2 nights? Yeah. Okay. So the first.
Yeah. 2 nights.
Yeah. So the first night we were there, one of the first things we did was play poker. Super fucking fun. For obvious reasons. I mean, it's fucking poker with friends.
Right,
like.
Matt, I'm shit-faced, but I can probably explain this better than you. They need more context than just that. Okay.
Okay, we played Texas Hold'em poker.
You gotta tell them the story. I'm not just talking about the card games. We can get to that later. We need to tell them the story, man.
What story, though?
The whole experience. They have no idea what happened.
Well, they don't need to know everything.
Well, yeah. They don't need to know everything. Alright,
Remember,
just shut up. You're making things worse. Alright, so I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy, and they have this, like, 3 cabins, and they invited us to stay and camp there since our camping trips got canceled for reasons unknown to you guys and will remain unknown, so fucking don't wonder about it. Stop thinking about it. I'm not gonna tell you.
I mean, it kind of just boils down to the fact that the world is on fire, but okay.
How about yours? Yeah, basically. Anyways, but he invited us on this private property of 96 acres next to this even bigger national forest, which was awesome. And then, just so you guys know, in this area that I will not tell you where it is, the fires did die down, and we were allowed to light our own fires.
Yeah.
Fucking, in case you're wondering.
Oh, real quick, sorry for interrupting. The fire ban actually got lifted, like the week before we went.
Yeah, literally. That's why that was the deciding factor as to why we went. Is because we were able actually to camp there. Anyways, This man owned this huge property. He invited us out to his nice cabin, and by the time we got there, it was already fucking pitch black, and we had no idea where we were gonna set up our things. Or it wasn't pitch black, but it was getting dark. It was at like 8.
No, it was earlier than that. It was like, I don't know, probably closer to like 6.
Really? It was so dark though.
Well, yeah, it got dark fast, but when we got there, it was probably closer to 6.
Okay, so we were there, I guess, around 6, and the first thing we did was go look, after unpacking, is go look for a camping spot, because we're not going to be beta bitches and sleep in the cabin. We're actually going to go find a place to have our own fire, have our own tent set up, and all that good shit.
Actually go camping.
So, by the time we found our spot, we had to go back and get all of our shit, and that's when things got difficult, because by the time we were getting everything on our second trip back to our spot, which was pretty far away, I'd say a good deal away anyways from the cabin. Not far enough where it was dangerous if something happened, but close enough.
Yeah, like of the 96 anchors,
far enough to have privacy, but close enough in case of an emergency. So
yeah, of the 96 anchors, we were probably like, I don't know, I'd say about 5 anchors away.
Yeah, not that far, but it was probably the best location.
Oh yeah, by far. We had a nice clearing set up around our tents, whatnot.
Yeah. Anyways, but when it was time to set up our campsite, it was pitch black, and we had to use flashlights pretty much for everything. And I had a 12-person tent that we had to set up. Luckily, Matthew is a fucking expert at finding out this shit. We didn't even read a manual once, by the way. Absolute chads. No instructions here. We build a Lego set just by looking at the pieces and the fucking cover picture. We don't need no manual. Anyway, so we set that up.
I did all the work.
No, you didn't. I helped you set up the first. Darian sat there with the flashlights, not shining anything we needed, right?
Yeah, no, Darian sat there doing absolutely nothing.
I did nothing. For a good reason. Darian's a good friend of ours, by the way. If he wants to bleed, actually no, he said he was fine with his name not being bleed.
Yeah. Right. If he makes a channel, it was gonna be what? Poggy Woggy.
Oh yeah, well that's the better one. I hope he makes a channel called Poggy Woggy. That'd be fucking poggers. Anyways, but we fucking eventually got our whole campsite set up, and we lit a fire, a small one, or well, actually no, we didn't light the fire. We had our place set up, and then we went back to play poker, some card games, to take a break, and by that time it was probably hitting around 8 or 9.
Oh yeah.
It did take us a long while to get everything in the campsite set up. Anyways, at this point it's pitch fucking black. If you go outside, you're not gonna see shit without a flashlight, because the stars weren't out at that time. And,
no, the stars were. It's just it wasn't very bright. Like there was still city off in the distance. So what light we did get from the stars was barely anything. Plus, I think it was a fucking new moon.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There was a new moon, and it was just really dark, so you couldn't see a lot of stars. Anyways, so that was very challenging. So we went to go play poker, and we were gonna record that, but it just turned out to be shit. The cabins have fucking small doors, and everyone could hear everyone.
Yeah, I had some recordings from it, but I decided against uploading that.
None of them good enough, and it honestly wasn't that interesting. It was way funnier and better just there as the experience, but not worth watching or even listening to. It was just a bunch of retarded guy talking, bluffing, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. Your boy, as in me, not MDog967 here, this Christian Saint, possibly, I don't know. I had a few beers and even some weed, so I was fucked. And I still won. I still won. I won like everything.
Okay.
I won poker on the first game. We only played one game. We played Texas Hold'em. Texas Hold'em is my favorite card game, besides the new one that we played. Anyways, we'll get to that. Ooh, I just hit a nasty shot in this game. Sorry, just had to vocalize it there.
And hey, while we were playing, you weren't even that drunk at the time, okay? So fuck you.
But I had 40 milligrams, dude, and I was drinking Mike's, which is pretty high for someone who's not an active drinker. So,
Okay, that's fair.
yeah.
I guess.
40 milligrams was... Bitch, fuck you. You try it, alright? You try it, and you make a straight face on when you're playing cards with the boys, alright? And then you see it. You lost without being on it, so who's really the loser here?
Okay, fuck you.
Anyways, I kicked their fucking ass in poker. Then we went back, we had a fire, and we roasted some hot dogs, although I must admit, I did not roast them enough because my fucking perception of time was fucked. So my hot dogs were probably a bit raw, and honestly, I'm disgusted with myself, and I'm surprised that I'm still here in good condition, sort of.
Oh,
Sucking
but who
on
said...
the weenies. I was fucking swallowing them like Jace does. Fucking if I can not heated hot dogs. Grossest shit ever. Probably drinks the juice out of the bag, sick cunt.
Oh, good. Oh.
Yeah.
Why? Why would you
know.
say these things?
Because it's probably true.
I mean,
Anyways.
probably, but it's still fucking disgusting. Watch Jace start watching, like, right fucking now, as we're talking about
Did
this
he
shit.
actually?
No,
That's the
he
first
didn't,
time I-
but it'd be fucking hilarious if he did.
Oh man, I wish he did.
Oh.
Anyways, so then we went back, we had the fire, like I was saying, and after the hot dogs, we just sat there and chatted for a good, like, hour, maybe hour and a half, and looked at the stars and went to bed. And it was fucking windy as shit that night, so I got no sleep the first night. I was paranoid, because my tent, at any time the wind would fucking blow, it'd sound like someone taking footsteps right outside my tent. And I was high as shit, I was paranoid, I was tripping, I was freaking, I was like, we're gonna get eaten by mountain lions for sure.
Okay,
And you know
but...
what?
But to
I
be
was okay
fair,
with that.
I was just as fucking paranoid before falling asleep. Like, obviously, yeah, I did actually manage to sleep, and I wasn't drunk or high, but even I was
yeah.
no, even what I'm trying to say is even I was like, holy shit, there's somebody out there, and it wasn't. Though at one point I do think I heard a deer. Though I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me.
Fucking, by the campsite was not the prettiest. I will admit, it was a lot of fucking cactus. It was a lot of fucking annoying grass and 90% dog or like a bunch of just sticks for no reason. Like no trees would be around, and there'd just be so much wood from fucking who knows where. And then there was like 90% fucking elk shit everywhere. So much elk deer shit. Literally everywhere you walked was coated in shit, basically.
Pretty much.
So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if one came out night.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that was the first night experience for me. If there's anything you want to add, you can. Anything I forgot?
Not that I can think of. I know my hot dogs were fully cooked.
Darian couldn't fucking manage to get like more than one. Like his would break off or fall into the fire. He was a mess. And he spent like fucking 15 minutes looking for a stick, and he kept coming to me while I'm shit-faced and pointing to, like, showing the sticks to me, being like, "Is this good for my hot dog?" Motherfucker.
Good.
That is for you to decide.
Yeah, and like
that looks good enough for me. Like, but
and
if
like
that's not
none of
something
them are
you wanna
going to be
use-
that good for it anyway, considering that they were all super fucking dry. Like all those sticks were
or,
dead.
you know, fucking sticks. Like, I don't know what perfect stick you dream of finding out here, and if you find one, good, but like, you don't need a good stick just to roast some hot dogs. Right? He was being ridiculous about it, and he kept asking me, and I was annoyed because I didn't have the right answer. I didn't know how to formulate it.
You didn't know how
So-
to language.
I don't know how to language me. I still don't know how to language.
I noticed. No,
Anyways,
but anywho,
so that was the first night. The second day was my favorite day.
Oh yeah, the
and,
second day was so much fun.
We woke up, we went to the cabin, there was breakfast prepared. Amazing breakfast, I might add.
Yeah, so the guy who
Pancakes, eggs, and
the guy
waffles, or
yeah,
not waffles, pancakes.
but the guy who owned the place got up super early, and by the time we got to the cabin, he was working on making he did scrambled eggs with chives, onion, and do you remember what else?
It wasn't cheese. That was the next day, but I think that was it.
Yeah, probably. But he made some scrambled eggs for us. He made the pancakes. He made bacon, and one other thing, I think. I don't know.
Pancakes, bacon. No, that's it.
Yeah. Oh, and then coffee, obviously.
You had coffee. I don't drink coffee.
But this
Coffee's
man,
bad for you.
I mean, kind of, but not really. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as 12 monsters a day.
Yeah, exactly. I realized my silly statement as I said it. Anyways, coffee just tastes like doo-doo to me. I don't get it. Like, some of it's good, but most of it literally just tastes like fucking sand or dirt with a hint of dark chocolate. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I mean, there's always creamer and shit. No, but yeah. So that was nice of him. Legit, that was nice of him.
No, that was awesome of him. Very nice. Anyway, so we ate a lot and we played Monopoly, which I also fucking dominated that after the first quarter passed. I was getting my ass kicked and eaten and stirred in the beginning of the round, or the first couple goes, because I went to jail like twice before even passing go. And I landed on all their properties, and so I couldn't buy any. I had to keep paying them right in the beginning, so I almost was out of the competition immediately. But then
to be fair, though, we all know that I'm bad at making financial decisions.
Clearly.
This shouldn't be surprising to you.
So I'm really good at striking deals and stuff. And that's why I won. That's why I always win. I am amazing. The two games I'm great at is poker and fucking Monopoly. Those are or I guess Magic the Gathering, if you want to get on.
Oh yeah, Magic the Gathering is really fun.
But I'm really good at those games. And I also did one against Matthew, but that was honestly more sad than anything. Because he didn't stand a chance. Because he's just now getting into it. And
yeah, exactly.
That was significantly less good than the one that I used.
Yeah, that was rigged.
Yeah, you got raw dogs. I'm sorry about that.
No, you're not.
I am a little. I was just gonna try to teach you the rules, but apparently knew them.
No, I know the rules. Like, I have been working on it, and I have been learning the rules, whatnot. I've got the rules down for the most part. But that doesn't mean I'm fucking amazing at it already.
Clearly not. I'd say you lost fast.
But again, to be fair, I'm still a new player.
I know that was a joke. Anyways,
was it?
It was.
Okay.
I'm a funny man.
I know.
Anyways, so yeah, I won against that, and then what did we do? What did we do after Monopoly?
We played some chess. That was fun.
Oh yeah, I won against you in chess, and then you went against Darian and.
Oh,
Darian? No, you tied.
No,
or
first time I beat Darian.
First time, yeah, that's right. And then I lost against Darian because I suck at chess. Because I don't ever form like actual strategies. I just
go with the flow.
Basically.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, so I don't know how to set traps and stuff. I'm not that much of a fucking sweaty nerd. Alright, I'm one of those casual players, alright? If I ever wanted to play against an AI, which I never do, I would lose immediately, even on the easiest mode. I'd get my ass fucking eaten by those bots.
Yeah. No,
What I'm trying to say is I'm bad.
I noticed. No, and then after we played chess the first time, after that time playing chess, then we went on our hike.
Oh, I completely forgot about that. So, there is a national forest. I'm not going to say what it is, because then you guys will know. And I also, honest to God, don't remember.
Yeah, same.
But this was, I think, 3,000 about acres.
Something along those lines, yeah.
With no actual hiking trails. So we actually trespassed, by the way, Matthew. I don't know if you know that. That is another
No,
lava, bro.
I fully
We were not
realized
supposed-
this.
Those were hunting grounds that we were not supposed to be on. Because 1, we're not hunting. 2, we're not equipped with the gear. 3, we don't have license. 4, it's dangerous. It was a... Anyways, we...
Don't disclose all our illegal activities.
And we did cocaine, which, trust me, was not a good idea.
Well, it seemed like it at the time, but later on...
I mean, I felt like I was hiking so much faster, but God, the way back was torturous.
No, there was
Until
no
I took
cocaine.
more cocaine. Anyways, we were like 2 hours into the hike,
There was no
going on no trail, just following this little dried up creek that thankfully did not ever split apart into, separate streams. It stayed as one remainder, which was surprising because we were, following it for like 2 fucking hours until we found a trail that we thought was just a bear trail at first, which it possibly could have been how it started, but it was actually a hunting trail with deer cams along the sides. Then we're like, well, we're already out here. Might as well go a bit further. We went, I'd say, another hour, and then we found this beautiful landmark, which was really what we were looking for. Something to, like, give us the, I don't know, like, basically just to make it worth the effort, because it was a very tough hike. There was no trail, and there was so many thorn bushes everywhere, literally covered the whole forest. Every fucking, like, couple, feet along the trail that we were taking. Our trail, I guess you could say, the riverbank or stream.
Yeah.
There would always be like these tight-ass squeezes and maneuvers that we'd have to make that were honestly sometimes pretty sketchy for not being equipped, which we weren't. We had nothing really.
Majority of the time, it was sketchy.
Yeah, majority of the time
even
was
for
sketchy.
somebody who was equipped, it would have been sketchy. Like,
yeah, it was not an easy hike, and we did it with no equipment really. I had one backpack with a fucking medical supplies in case someone got hurt, because I was misinformed because I thought that it was a hiking trail.
yeah,
1,000,000,000% wasn't. It was actually fucking ass for the.
Yeah,
it
what
was
we-
fun as an experience with you guys.
but what we were told did not match what we actually did. Like,
anything about the trip, the location of the trip itself was not described properly for the type of, I guess, landscape that it was.
yeah, no,
They didn't tell me it was 90% deer shit.
90%
So it was very
cactuses and
scuffed,
deer
but we
shit.
made the most of it, and honestly, I'd say it was a good trip, despite, I guess, the location and kind of misinformations that were spread.
Yeah, and another thing about it, like, and I know this kind of bugged you too, because you were talking about it while we were there and after, while we were leaving, whatnot. One thing that kind of bugged me, and not entirely, not to the point where it's just like, oh, it's unlivable, it's unbearable, like, I don't want to do this now, but it was the whole fact of, yes, it was awesome of him to, like, make breakfast, like, be there to make breakfast for us both days, whatnot, and, like, help us out with some basic shit, whatnot, like, transporting our stuff back and forth to the campsite, but the fact that that there were other people there and it wasn't just us, and, like, we did have that almost, like, security factor, I guess you could say. Because I don't know about you, but I would have really personally liked to have, like, full, like, roughing it type camping, where we're just out there on our own.
That's the thing. That was the plan, but then because of the fires and stuff, that was not allowed. And
Yeah.
that's why our initial hiking trip, which would have just been on a campsite, was canceled.
Yeah.
And the only way that they would let us even light a fire is if there was supervision. Well, not supervision, but like adults around in case
Yeah.
something bad happened, because fucking a gender reveal party happens every fucking weekend, and then a national forest is lit on fire. So a couple of some not full functioning teenagers and young adults having a campsite that's as scuffed as that with a fire probably wasn't the best.
Yeah,
move.
it's a scary
Trust them
idea.
alone.
Yeah, I
So
know.
it was a nice privilege just to do it. But yeah, no, that's what I was saying to Darian on the car ride back. I don't count that as the boys' hiking trip. That was
Well, the hiking, sure, because
That
we
was
were
just a
mostly alone. But, like, the entire trip itself, No, definitely not. I'd say that was like, it was a good
When we go-
experience, but it wasn't just the boys.
Before winter, I want to go again and actually have a good whole like full week, or at least 4 days of camping and hiking with the boys. That's at least 3 days. I don't know if Darian would be up for more.
Right. I don't know, like,
Camps either.
yeah.
I think 4 days would be the best.
Yeah.
Especially some of us have jobs, so you know.
Cough,
A
cough,
whole
Darian.
week.
Cough, cough.
Yeah. So it's not going to be super easy. So, but there are plenty of trips that are coming up.
Yeah, there's plenty of chances coming
Future,
up.
I know for sure.
And
There's a lot of plans. And anyways, but let's finish talking about the hiking trip. So, or the camping trip. Sort of.
okay, but
After
so
that,
yeah, after hiking, we went back up to the cabin, whatnot. When we got back to the
which took
cabin,
like another 2 hours.
yeah,
Such a long hike. That
another
was like a
2
5-hour
hours to
hike
get
the
back,
cabin.
and then another like half hour at least just to walk, just to get back to the start of the trail. Well, trail in quotations, was
Yeah.
2 hours, and then to get back to the cabin after that was another like half hour at least, just because it was a straight uphill,
Yeah.
which
true.
I died upon
We were
several times.
exhausted. Yeah, you took a couple breaks having to lay down.
No,
which was understandable. I felt like
I
I was
didn't have
dying.
I didn't have to lay down, thankfully, but I did get super fucking close a couple times.
Darian
but,
said he saw you laying down. So.
I never laid down. I crouched over,
And
but I
Darian's
didn't
a
lay
fucking
down.
liar, and he deserves to be punched in the face.
You're just now learning these things? No, but anywho, we got back to the cabin, and then when we got back to the cabin, first of all, we ate just some sandwiches, whatnot. At least I ate a sandwich.
I had one and threw it away after one bite.
Yeah.
I just was not in the mood for one, it turned out.
But, me and Darian had sandwiches. You kind of just, like you said, one bite, throw it away. And then, from there, we played,
the card game.
yeah, bullshit.
Bullshit. Yeah, that was my first time, or it wasn't my first time, but it was my first time in a long time playing that card game. I forgot what it was and how to play it. Bullshit. I'll let you explain it, Matt, for those who don't know.
Yeah, so anybody who doesn't know what bullshit is, essentially the premise of the card game is that the deck is evenly distributed between everybody. So, like, everybody has the same amount of cards. So, like, if you have, say you have 2 players, each person gets half the deck. What you do from there is you can look, obviously you can look at your hand. You're going to need to look at your hand. But you take the cards that you have and you go in order from ace to king. And you can place down however many cards you want. But the thing about it is that when you place down the cards, you place them face down so that nobody else knows what you're placing down. So
hold on. The point of the game is to get rid of all of your cards. If you have no cards, you win.
Yeah.
So what you do is you count in orders. So one person's turn, like if in the start of the game, would be ones. So if you have an ace, you place it down. If you don't have an ace, you're still going to try to bluff and pretend that you have an ace and put it face down. However, if someone calls your bullshit because it's not an actual ace and you're just trying to trick them, like say some person miraculously had 4 aces, they knew for a fact that you did not have an ace, they would call bullshit, and then you would have to pick up all the cards in that pile. And you just go in order.
Early on in the game, it's not as bad. Like with your example of like just on the aces, like if you place down an ace and then they say bullshit, and ace with air quotations, and they say bullshit, okay, that's just one thing, not that bad, you just pick your card right back up. But later on in the game is where it gets really fucking bad, because then you get all the way through the fucking, let's say you get all the way up to 10s and nobody calls bullshit on each other, and the other person has all 4 10s and they're looking right at all 4 of those 10s, you go to place a 10 down, they call bullshit on whatever you place, and you pick up the entire. Oh, good God!
Every single game, Matthew had all 4 fours. So anytime any other person would get to that number to place down, he would immediately. He wouldn't even call bullshit. That person would just pick up all the cards because we'd already know our demise.
Yeah,
That's all I had to.
Yeah. All I had to do was just look at the person before they even placed the fucking cards down. Like, we'd even say, like, okay, this person places this, and this, and this, and this, and go in order of, like, who has to place what. And then when we got to the person who had to place the 4s, I'd just look at them and be like, don't even try, just pick up the fucking... just pick up the pile.
Is that, if you call bullshit, and they did actually have the card that was required for them to place down...
Yeah, then you pick up the entire pile.
So there was a big risk to try to call bullshit, hence why I never did it. I would make these hard bluffs and stuff every single time, and try to get people.
Oh my gosh, your mom every fucking time, every goddamn fucking time.
And every time she called bullshit on me, she was wrong, and every time she did it is usually when I was bullshitting you guys. It was hilarious. But yeah, no one
there was
could
like
tell
twice where she actually caught you.
There was like twice. The first game I sucked at because I didn't know how to play it.
Yeah. No, your mom won like 4 out of the 5 games we played,
good.
and then the 5th game you won.
Or Darian called bullshit, or were trying to bullshit, she would call them out on it, but never me.
Towards the end, every time she called bullshit on me, I was actually like telling the truth. It was the same situation. I was telling the truth, and then when she wouldn't, I was bullshitting. So she kind of just stopped trying to call bullshit on me and mostly focused on you, which I really liked. I enjoyed that.
And then she stopped only focusing on me, because she was wrong every time.
Yeah, then she just stopped calling bullshit. At that point.
That's like my new favorite card game. That's like Among Us if it was a card game, almost.
It really is.
Suss up each other. Yeah, that was a lot of fun that I had.
But
that and Texas Hold'em are my favorite card games.
Oh yeah. Anywho, after that, we played some more chess, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we played some more chess. This time around, though, nobody won, or at least when I was going against them, because I tied with Darian through sheer fucking will and determination, and then I ended up tying with you, and you almost had me.
I nearly had you.
He had my king. He had my king completely surrounded. He had his bishop right next to my king. His queen was just below his bishop.
I had the whole fucking party over there, the whole squad.
Yeah, his rook was on the other side of my king.
Had checkmate,
except for the fact that.
But I made the wrong move. I was I had to move my queen to put him checkmate, and I moved her to a wrong spot.
Yeah.
Completely fucked me over.
The place that he moved his queen was right below his bishop, and since it was right next to the bishop and the rook wasn't there in line with the queen, but rather in line with the bishop, I was able to move diagonally and take out his queen. He moved his rook down. He moved his rook down to line it up with my king to put me in check. I took out his bishop, started to move over, and cornered his rook and king with my king, forcing a draw.
Basically, it became a king chase where whenever there's just one king, or no one wants to just sit around.
If it's one king and one rook, it's going to be a draw. If it's just a king and a rook, it's going to be a draw, unless by some miracle you can get the rook to corner the king without the person who has just their king left realizing, oh yeah, rook can't move diagonally.
He was sweating his fucking ass cheeks off, so I was just like, screw this, I'm just gonna say a tie. I fucked up my win, my bad, good shit.
Hey,
but
there was
a lot of mind games that game.
There was also a point where I got you to fucking sweat your ass off because I had you at a point where you couldn't move your pawn without me killing it with my king.
Like, I was winning the whole game, but I just was having this one problem with my setup, right? I told you I don't form traps, everything is kind of just with the flow. and I nearly put him in check again. However, there was just something, I can't remember exactly what it was. Something was preventing it where I just could not pull it off. And
Yeah,
he
so
only had like 4 pieces, and they were all like perfectly placed and had the
so
perfect spaces.
what it was that you had your pawn right there to become queen. Like if you had moved your pawn forward, you could have made it queen. But your rook was off to the side. You had another I think your bishop there as well. And they were lined up in a way where I couldn't move my king back because of your bishop. And
Yeah.
I couldn't move my king in front of your pawn because of your rook. But I had my bishop set up to where if you had moved your pawn forward to make it a queen, then I would have taken it out with my bishop. So you almost had me in checkmate there.
Yeah.
But it took you a hot minute to figure out how to fix that. And you
It
did
was
end
hard.
up fixing it, but
well, for a while there wasn't I just couldn't. I had to move literally. I had to reorganize almost every single piece.
mm-hmm.
And if I moved the wrong ones, he would be able to completely escape my grasp. So it took almost 15 minutes, I'd say, of this
At
one
least,
little fucking difficult puzzle I had to figure out. And eventually I figured it out, nearly won, and then I made one fucking small mistake.
And that was what we
ended
just
up
talked
making
about a minute
time.
ago, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a close game at several points, but nope. My sheer fucking will and determination helped me make it a tie. And then I
Never
tied
give
with
up.
Darian. Yeah. That's the real moral of the story.
Well, never
Don't fucking give up.
until you're able to tie.
Yeah. Push
Then
through
you
because
probably should, because it would just be boring.
push through until you can be sure that it's at least a draw.
Yes, sir. And then, fuck. We got a bit derailed there with the chess talk.
But anyway, we played chess and then we ate after playing chess.
Yeah, we
had some dinner.
grilled some steaks,
Oh, so
which were
good.
pretty good.
So good.
Yeah. Also
And
pitch black. I had to use a flashlight to see.
yeah. We also had baked potatoes with our steaks, whatnot.
And then I spilled your soup.
Yeah, and then I had made sure I was like, okay, bring some cans of soup. I want to have some soup. We went back to our campsite. We started up our fire. Oh, this also reminds me, I forgot my cast iron skillet and my poker chips.
Yeah,
I'll need to get those from those.
saucepan.
No,
For
I had a
his
cast iron skillet, and
Or,
I was
yeah,
trying
sorry,
to
cast iron
I was
skillet.
trying to cook my soup just in the can itself, but it was taking way too long. It was right next to the fire, and the fire had a metal dish around it, whatnot, to make sure it didn't get out of hand. And so obviously that was hot, and so I had the soup can right next to that, pushed up against it so that the heat off of that would cook the soup. But that was just taking too long, so I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna pour it in the cast iron skillet. That way I even have a way to hold my fucking soup without it burning my fucking hand off. And eat it at the same time.
And I
But
had
so
a
I'm
baked
sitting there
potato.
holding the fucking cast iron skillet over the fucking fire. I let go for half a second because I had it bounce on that metal fucking ring. This motherfucker takes the only fucking baked potato that wasn't eaten. He sees me just barely fucking pinching the skillet and throws the potato at the skillet and knocks my soup over into the fire.
In my defense, it
Fuck
was very
you.
funny. Also, I was fucking high as shit, and I had fucking 5 mics. I was fucked. Alright?
Fuck you, I wanted that soup.
And Darian and me were making a little joke, like, hey, you know what would be hilarious? If I just, in mid-conversation, threw this potato in soup. That would be so funny. For no, that's literally the thought process. And then I was like, I don't want Matthew to drop it since he's not holding it. I said, Matthew, wait, what did I say? I'm like,
You
maybe
didn't say
you should
anything.
move- No, I did say something. I remember I said something. I said you should hold it closer to the fire or something, because I was trying to make you have a firmer grasp, because I couldn't see shit. So I just assumed that he had a good grasp on it, and I threw the potato. And then the moment I threw it, I saw him loosen his grip a little. I was like, "Ah, fuck, this could be bad."
Yeah,
and
no.
hit his pan out of his hand into the fire, and like all of the soup came out. He got the pan out, but there was no soup left. And then we just left the potato in there. And then I tried to give it to Darian in the morning.
No, but like I had this skillet like perfectly fucking balanced on that ring. Like there's two little slots on the bottom of the skillet that I had it balanced on so that it wouldn't fall. And so I'm like, oh, it's fine. I just kind of shifted the pan a little bit, and the second I go to let go, the second I have only like 2 fingers just barely fucking holding the damn thing,
that was a bad idea, and I was
toss the potato, and there goes my soup.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
But I also paid for everything in the experience, so you're welcome.
Fair enough.
If anything, you owe me like at least 100 soups by now. At least. You know what's another
You don't
thing
even like soup.
we could talk about? What? What are these accusations? I love soup.
Oh yeah, no. It's Darian who doesn't like soup because he's a fucking heathen. Anywho.
Darian doesn't like anything that's good. This motherfucker thinks Madagascar 3 is the best of the Madagascar movies. That is the most insane, stupid, heinous sentence I've ever heard in my life.
Right,
That's
though.
literally a crime. That movie is shit, and the second one is the best. Everyone knows that. Then the first. The third one, honestly, a disgrace. That's like saying fucking Open Season 3 was the best. Like, that makes no sense now.
Yeah. Didn't he also say that,
He's a very controversial man.
he also said, something about Shrek 3. I don't remember what the argument
Shrek
was.
3 is also his favorite, which also makes no sense. Because Shrek 3 is the worst Shrek. Shrek 4 is the best, or even Shrek 1.
Okay, I'd say the first Shrek is the best.
Shrek 1, Shrek 3. Nah, Shrek 4 tied it brilliantly. There's never in history, until that point, been a good conclusion to an animated series like that. At least
Okay.
that well done. And then there's Kung Fu Panda 3, which was also good. I love Kung Fu Panda. Jack Black, please bear my children.
Hold on a minute. Yeah, Kung Fu Panda 3 was really good. Anywho, long story short, this fucker ruined my soup. I hate him for it. And it was a good soup too. It was like it was beef pot roast at that.
To be fair, I offered to go on the hike back to the cabin to get you some more. I probably would have died if I did make that journey, so I thank
Hence
you
why
for-
I told you no.
Yeah,
Because you were
I did
completely
offer.
fucking shit-faced.
I did offer it though, and that's what matters. And I'm so glad you said no.
Yeah, you would have like legit been eaten by a fucking mountain lion or something.
I would pass out in front of it.
Yeah, actually no, the mountain lion wouldn't eat you because you'd just be there dead on the ground and it'd just be like, ah, no fun anymore.
I'm
Just walk
surprised
away.
you remember so much considering stuff.
But so this motherfucker ruined my soup. What else? After that,
That was basically the highlight of the trip.
yeah, from there we kind of just sat around the fire. Darian went to go to bed early, which was lame.
Yeah,
But,
he's not a fucking night owl. He
He's not.
fucking goes to bed at like 9. He's a fucking old woman. He goes to bed at 9, wakes up at fucking 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
On that grandma schedule, like, the fuck?
No, but Darian went to bed early. We stayed up a bit longer, just sitting around the fire. Ooh, another
Like
fun
chairs.
thing. Yeah, another fun thing that happened. So it started to rain.
A little.
Just not too terribly bad. It wasn't anything horrible.
I don't
but
even
it-
know if I'd call it rain.
Yeah, it was more or less just like a light sprinkling. But still it started to kind of rain.
On our tinkles.
But it started to rain somewhat, and the tarp for the tent that I had isn't in the box. That's another thing. I have your guys' tent spikes.
I actually have Darian's, fuck, what is it? His, bottle, his metal bottle.
Uh.
That he took for the hike. Yeah, he left it in the car.
But anywho, So it started to kind of fucking like sprinkle out whatnot. But while it was sprinkling, like it wasn't just like the tiny little like teensy tiny little drops. No, it was like heavy fucking drops. But so I didn't have the tarp for my tent, so I had to use the bag that their tent came in order to and put it over my tent and kind of jerry rig it in a way so that water wouldn't get into my tent.
To be fair, I have a 12-person tent that I was just showing Darian. There was a lot of room, and we did offer it.
That was an 8-person tent for one.
Was it? I swear it says 12.
It's an 8, man.
Even if it's an 8-person tent, we're still only 3 people, so there's still a whole lot of room. And we offered for you to come in, and you refused. So you know what? It's kind of your fault.
Yeah, because I don't want to sleep next to Darian.
Well, good point, but I still offered it, so don't like make us seem like we weren't helpful.
No, I'm not trying to make you seem like you weren't helpful. I just said that I.
You fucking better not.
All I was saying was that I had to fucking jerry rig your guys' tent case into a temporary tarp for myself, which was fun.
This is true.
And funny.
And then I was drunk as fuck, so I passed out immediately. And we snored the whole night, which I normally don't do.
Yeah, and then I was still fucking up, and I'm like, and half of your guys' snoring, I was like, oh god, it's a fucking bear. It's a fucking bear. Don't tell me it's a fucking bear. But no, it wasn't. And I eventually just thought myself, I eventually just scared myself to sleep. Like, not even kidding.
You scared you. That's basically me on the first night. I was so fucking afraid a mountain lion was gonna grab us because I was paranoid on the fucking weed. So on the weed, I sound like the old meme.
You make it sound like it's cocaine. Fuck.
Anyways, I was fucking paranoid. Yeah, I was so paranoid. I was like, fuck. Never mind. I was gonna make a great reference, but I can't remember the names of anything. So never mind. Yeah, I even tried to make a reference.
No, but so I was paranoid as shit the second night, couldn't sleep, and so.
Because I was snoring.
Yup. And Darian's like, oh, I don't snore. Bitch, please. He was snoring just as loud, if not louder than you. Like legit, he was snoring just as loud as you.
You know, what's another trip that we didn't talk about, haven't talked about yet, is the one a good many weeks before that when I took
Lagoon?
You guys, yes, to Lagoon.
Yeah, Lagoon
that
out in
we
Utah.
Talk about.
Dude.
We went to Lagoon in Utah, amusement park, because it was the only one that was like fucking open anywhere near us in our state that we were at.
Yeah,
Anyways,
and it isn't even in the same state as us.
Yeah, true.
We had to go out of state for the nearest park.
Which is normal, I'd say.
Yeah,
in my experience.
Yeah,
And it was
it's
a
not.
5-hour drive, I believe, which is like nothing for me. I don't
Yeah,
know
it wasn't that bad. No, it wasn't that
Yeah.
bad. I've been on longer. I had to take an 8-hour drive to
like
MEPS.
17 hours.
I had to take
Actually, not
somewhere
true.
around
One
like an.
we had to take 2 days.
I had to drive some almost 8 hours to MEPS, so yeah. But
Anyways, we went to amusement park. This was your second time going. The first
Yes.
time was also with me on the first summer break that we had together. I invited
yeah,
you
and
for
that
my
was at
birthday.
Elitch's. Oh my
That
gosh,
was
so
at
much
Leach's,
fun.
Which was, yeah, it was fun. Kind of a rip-off scam.
I mean, yeah, we had to bring your
Meaning
sister and her
fucking-
friend.
Well, that's not what I meant, but true.
Oh, well, what were you referring to?
It was very overpriced. It was the
Oh.
most expensive amusement park we went to.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah, because
nowhere
it used to
near
be a
as good.
Six Flags. And they're like,
Did it?
oh, Elitch's used to be a Six Flags or some shit like that. And so they're like, oh, we're part of Six Flags. We're expensive. And it's just like, okay, but you're not, so fuck you.
Okay, well, I'm not trying to get sued here. I'm not gonna say that.
No, but anywho, but
It was fun and for your first time ever going.
oh yeah, by
Anyways.
far.
This other time that we went, the trip that we're talking about right now, that we went to Utah for, we brought our friend Darian, and it was his first time ever riding a roller coaster in his life, and we took him on the biggest roller coaster there, which is called the Cannonball, or
It is-
not Cannonball,
Yeah,
Cannibal, sorry.
yeah, Cannibal. And fun fact, it is the tallest, steepest roller coaster in the world.
Yeah, it's not the tallest roller coaster. It's the tallest, steepest roller
Yeah,
coaster.
you have
Goes
to make the
209
distinction.
feet with a huge drop. That
It
was
fucking
steep as fuck.
concaves. It's
Yeah, it concaves, brother.
and if you don't know what concaves in, essentially it goes straight down and then it curls in to where you are fully upside down, and then like circles out whatnot.
Yeah.
So much fun. Oh my gosh. Fucking terrifying as all shit, but fun
It's like
as
a cliff
fuck.
that goes inward. It's
Yeah.
the best way that I can explain.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was 290 feet, and we got second row, sadly, or no, it's third row actually on our first one.
Yeah,
We were trying to
first
get
one we went third row.
But because of the pandemic, lines were a bit weird, and you had to be very spaced apart, which was good. And you did have to wear masks, which was good.
Yeah, while on the
even though
rides
it
you
was
didn't
a
have to
pain in
wear a
the ass.
mask.
Yeah, because that wouldn't really make much sense.
Yeah, you'd be more likely to
that's not
hyperventilate or suffocate or whatever. You're more
Anyways.
likely to die that way. Anywho.
Maybe. But so that was Darian's first roller coaster ever, which was the highest, steepest roller coaster in the world. So that was hilarious. He was so scared. He was sitting next to me. I had to calm him down, especially when we were about to drop. He was literally having a panic attack and having hard breathing. And
Yeah, he was
but
sitting there
after
for
the ride, he was fine. Or no, after the ride, he puked. What was that? No. After the ride, he was fine, and then you and him went on a smaller ride that spun a lot, I believe, like went really fast in a circle, and then he puked after that, and we went on for our second ride
Yeah.
of the same Cannibal, because that's like the funnest roller coaster I've ever been on.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like the Griffin or the Sheikra from Busch Gardens.
I don't know
but
either of
bigger.
those, but the people watching might.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Super
that was
fucking
cool.
fun. And then another one that we went on a lot was let's see.
Yeah.
It is called the Colossus. Oh my gosh.
Good memory.
The first time we went to go on there, it was
No
just
line.
no line. We seriously
No line.
ran.
We literally went in there. No persons were in there.
Yeah, we
were
ran through the entire
only
fucking thing. They had just shot one set of cars off. We ran up, got straight in the fucking car,
front row seat, baby.
and went straight up like 5 seconds later. Like it
We
was
must have
that
rode that like
fucking
almost 30 times. At least I did. I rode that roller coaster so many times. Because
dude. It
first
was
of all,
so
it's a
much
pandemic,
fun.
there's not a whole lot of people, and a lot of the people were near the entrance where all the big roller coasters are, or I guess the main one, the Cannibal, and all
Yeah.
the smaller rides. And
But
then we were
Colossus
over
was off
here-
over on the side where it wasn't, where not many people would find it.
Yeah, it was past the water park. Anyways, which fucking sucked. The water park
Oh, yeah.
blew fat ass cheeks. I hated it. There wasn't a single good ride there, and the pool was like, I don't even know. I don't want to know honestly.
Toenail
Full
water.
circle.
That's all
It's
you
like
need to say.
toenail water. Yeah, it looked like actual sewage. So we might have gotten corona from that. It's kind of a risk. I won't lie. It was fucking unsanitary looking. That's what I'll say.
Yeah. That thing was. Ugh.
But everything else was all right. Everyone's favorite ride seems to be like people that go there. Everyone's favorite ride seems to be fuck, what's it called? What was the green one we went on? The one that
Oh.
goes straight up, straight down. What's it
Yeah,
called?
no, hold on a minute. Wicked.
Wicked. Yeah, that seems to be like everyone's favorite one. I
Yeah.
didn't like it.
Yeah,
It
that's
wasn't scary by any means. It was honestly boring.
Yeah,
the best
that-
part was the first 2 seconds. You just go straight up, straight down. And there was this
Okay.
one turn that nearly snapped my fucking spine, and we both, me and Matthew, got cramps. On
yeah,
our, like,
it fucking
thigh.
through out our hips.
Yeah,
Felt
it
like
literally
like
threw out our hips. We had to
like I
wait.
already feel like an 80-year-old man on a regular basis, and this ride just made it worse.
It fucking hurt. I don't know what happened, but that one turn like really fucked me up. And then
Dude,
we went
trying
on the
to get out was a
Cannibal,
struggle.
And I got us a front row seats because I am a nice person,
Yeah,
and a cool person, and a respectable person. I asked, hey, because there was only a mother and her young, like I'd say 9-year-old, 8-year-old son in the front row. I'm like, really? These people are gonna be in the front row seat? This kid looks like he's about to shit his pants. And I asked, hey, do you mind if we get front row seats? We've been trying to get front row seats for a long time, and this is our last ride, which it was.
Yeah, it was our last ride of the day, so just like, hey, can we please have the front seats? Oh yeah, sure.
And they gave us front row seats, which was very awesome of them. And I think I did her son a little favor too. He looked like he was fucking, like I said, about to shit his pants. So.
Yeah. And then afterward, whatnot, or like while we were on the roller coaster itself, he was sitting there wearing his hat, and like right away, like right before we dropped, like not even like 3 seconds, just hey, you might want to hold that, and he grabs onto his hat, and I kind of saw him out of the corner of my eye, and right as he grabbed onto his hat, it had nearly flown off his head.
Yeah, so this roller coaster takes you up an elevator shaft right to the drop, so there's no actual like build. You just go straight up there, whoop, and then you're up at the top. Let my sound effect there, by the way. Anyways, you get to the top.
Everything's better with sound
and
effects.
Then you
Continue.
just sit there, and then you hang over the side, and we got front row seats, so we were pretty much straight facing downward, which was amazing. Maybe not as much as some other roller coasters, but good enough. And so this was Darian's first time being front row seat as well on the biggest, cheapest roller coaster. And we went down the drop. We all raised our arms, even though you're not supposed to. But
So
I like
much
to do it,
fucking
or else
fun.
it's not that fun. So it's
Yeah.
way better. Anyway, so we did that for the whole ride, and it was awesome. It was a great way to end it. And when
Yeah.
we went back, and it was like another almost 7 hours, honestly. It was like 6 hours and 20 minutes of
Yeah.
the drive back. It was very sketchy.
Yeah,
Because
it was a
very
long
dark,
drive
and there
back.
was a lot of turns, and it's in mountain ranges and stuff. So,
What was
yeah.
nice though was, I don't know about you, but I slept through like the majority of that drive back. I was so
didn't-
fucking exhausted. I just slept through it.
for like 30 minutes of it towards the end.
Yeah,
But I don't really like to sleep when I travel. I don't know why. I just don't. Even
I don't
on
know.
plane rides. Well, plane rides are like the only exception. Sometimes I'll just pass out from like just being so tired from other past jet lag.
Yeah, no, like I just passed out because of. Oh, sorry. I just passed out because it had been a long day already, and I was just exhausted. I was ready to just be done with
Yeah, it
the
was a
day.
fun day. We did a lot of shit.
And we didn't
walk.
sleep the night before, or at least me and you.
Oh, true. So we all slept over at our friend Darian's houses, and me and Matt stayed up because we had to leave at 5 in the morning. So we were just like, I don't
Not
want to
tired.
sleep.
Let's just talk.
Yeah, not tired, and we talked literally the whole night. So, yeah.
So that was fun.
Funny, goofy stories, shit like that, like we are now.
And then Darian's dad.
Yeah.
We
This
had been
guy
sitting
has
there.
elephant ears.
We had been sitting there talking all night long. We were talking like this, like legit, quiet as fucking possible. This guy, oh my gosh! So he wakes up in the middle at like 4:30 in the morning, something like that, like 4:30 in the morning, to go to the bathroom. Well, he goes to the bathroom. Okay, whatever, good for him. We're sitting there still talking, and we made sure to kind of quiet down a bit more since somebody got up. And he fucking yells down the house, "Shut up, stop talking."
Well, I don't think he said that, but
Or he was like, "Be quiet," or something like that. I know he said stop talking, but I don't know about shut up. He was probably like, "Be quiet, stop talking," something like that. But
yeah. Which is fair. It's his house, and he was trying to
Yeah.
sleep, and we woke him up, and he had to work. And
Yeah.
so we went outside, and he still heard us, and then
Yeah,
we were like, all right,
we-
we might as well walk down the fucking street, which
Yeah.
we did.
yeah, we went
Surprised he
outside
wasn't
onto.
yelling at the neighbors if he had ears like that. And I get it. I have ADHD, so I have a lot of trouble sleeping, especially when I hear things or see like certain lights and stuff. It just becomes nearly impossible to sleep. But we were literally whispering outside. This guy heard us. So, and no one else in the family had heard us. And they said that.
Dude, not even.
They were more frustrated with him for being loud at us. So.
Yeah.
But,
And Darian
yeah,
was right
but-
there in between us, and he was like dead to the fucking world. So like that tells you how quiet we were being. When the person who's literally right next to us doesn't even know that we're fucking talking, that says something.
Yeah. But like I said, I didn't really mind. I was just astonished that he had such good hearing.
Yeah, no, right though? Like, especially after we went outside and he's like, "Oh, shut up. Just whoa. Elephant ears much? Like, fuck, man.
Yeah, we definitely weren't being long. So yeah, that was basically that whole trip.
But so that was really fun. End of the day, that was really fun. Well, end of both days, I guess, but
Yeah.
so that was a fun experience. Yeah.
Any other things you want to talk about, man?
Fuck, I'm almost talked out. We've talked about a lot of shit. I'm surprised we
Yeah,
even got this far from where we started. Like, shit.
Luckily, I have such a massive brain that I thought of a great topic.
But yeah.
Welcome, everyone.
But yeah, we've had some good times recently. Done some fun stuff. So yeah.
There's gonna be plenty of more ahead. Way better. You just need time and for things to settle down in the damn world.
Right though.
Hopefully 2021 will be that.
Yeah, hopefully.
I don't know why, but that seems so weird to say 2021.
It does.
I hope it's not like it was 2019, where everyone's like, wow, 2019 is the worst year in the world.
And then 2020 happened.
Yeah, like, fucking hell. I hope 2021. Surely it's gonna be better. There's no way it's worse.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that every worst possible thing happens this year, so next year's automatically better.
Oh yeah. Also, that reminds me of something that I saw that actually kind of scares the fuck out of me.
Something you saw?
Yeah, something that I saw. It was a post. But so it said, whatever country just last won the World Cup, they won it in 19. I can't remember. The World Cup. It's soccer.
Yeah.
France. France won the World Cup in 1918. In 1919, there was an Australian bushfire. In 1920, what was it?
I killed my wife in 1921.
No,
Have you seen that movie?
yeah, I have.
Is that actually what it is? 1920? No, 1922. I think. I don't remember.
I don't know.
It's
But
1920 something.
something happened in 1920. The Tokyo Olympics were canceled, and then 1921 Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, and then it said 2018 France wins the World Cup. 2019 Japan Australian bushfire. 2020 Tokyo Olympics canceled, and then it said 2021 and it was just blank, and it was that one black kid whatnot making the like oh shit face.
Okay, I can't say
I don't know. I'd have to
you're-
actually show you the meme. I'd have to actually show you the meme that I'm talking about.
There's a lot of funny black people memes.
There are. No,
Like the
but
second most popular thing besides SpongeBob memes.
pretty much. No, but it's just like, well, let's hope we don't get bombed again. That's essentially what the meme was saying. Just crap. If we follow last century's pattern, we're going to get bombed next year. World War III, bitches. Let's go.
World War III was already highly expected before the whole Corona thing, so I think we already dodged that bullet. For now.
Yeah, for now.
What do you think would even happen if World War III started? Like, surely the world actually just ends like Einstein says, and either humanity survives and restarts as a new world, just, like full-on Metro Exodus, or nothing happens, and we just all
no.
die. Because if
Oh,
one
no.
nuke gets launched, surely everyone else is gonna launch them, and then just everyone's fucked.
See,
And then
personally,
straight up fucking Rust hardcore mode. I don't
Personally-
even know if that's a thing in Rust.
I don't know. Personally, I feel that like the world's not going to end until everybody stops saying that the world's going to fucking end. Like Because just for the sole reason of like, look at all the patterns. Like, oh, Y2K, 2012, all these different times that everybody's like, oh, the world's going to end now, 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 and it's just like,
things. Yeah.
yeah, but everybody's always saying that the world's going to end, and it's just like, well, it hasn't ended yet. So I think the world's going to end when everybody's like, nah, the world's not going to end, and then boom, it ends right there. But
So you're telling me we could all die if we just start saying we're not gonna die? Everyone, please be. I want to die. Let's just.
Exactly. We'll end the vicious cycle by saying that the vicious cycle is not going to happen, and then the vicious cycle will happen. Anywho,
I mean, we really could just die at any moment, which is honestly kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
That's personally what that's personally what I think is going to happen with the whole world-ending type thing. But when it comes to like what would happen if World War III started, what I think primarily it's going to be a technology war. Like 100% it's going to be a primarily technology war because
I meant like if there was a world war where there was like nukes involved.
Well, yeah, obviously
Most
a lot
wars are already fought through, hacking and stuff.
Yeah. And that's why
Information is the biggest power or whatever, best weapon.
Yeah. But like I said, primarily a technology war. And then the second nukes go flying, yeah, you're right. Nukes are going to go flying everywhere. One place shoots a nuke, we're all shooting fucking nukes.
That scenario could happen even if there actually wasn't a nuke initially launched. Like there could be false information and stuff, or some just fake news that leads everyone to a mass hysteria thinking that nukes are being launched, and then that could lead to fucking other nukes being launched. So scary stuff.
Yeah. But
if there was a whole bunch of nukes and the world was basically forming into a new and ending or whatever, in total chaos, would you want to survive, or do you think you'd rather just die in the nuke blast?
Oh, I think I'd survive. At least for a while.
No, like, would you want to survive is my question. Like, would you want to try to live in this fucking Fallout 4 universe? Or whatever it may be like.
I'd try, yeah. I would at least try.
Probably same. It could be totally lit, you don't know. It'd be cool.
Exactly. Could be the best fucking experience ever, you never know. No.
I get to kick all the 7-year-olds in the face.
Exactly, like, you never know what kind of world we're going to live in the second the fucking apocalypse happens, like...
God damn, I don't know, we're seeing a little bit of what it's like. People be fucking crazy.
True. But, but you never know exactly what it's going to be like, so it's just like, might as well give it a shot. Let's see if the apocalypse life is for me.
Hopefully it's like Metro Exodus and not like The Last of Us 2.
Right, though? Okay, the first Last of Us game was really fucking good, but The Last of Us 2...
I thought you haven't played the first one.
No, but I've seen playthroughs of it.
Okay. Yeah, it is good.
Yeah. But then The Last of Us 2... Yeah, no. But no, yeah, I'd try to survive. Shut up. I would most definitely try to survive. I would try and see how long I could last. And if I ended up getting killed off in the first week, I get killed off in the first week. If I get killed off 20 years down the road,
life in general.
Yeah, I exactly, like, I'm always trying to live. Could just say fuck it and be gone, but nope.
You know what? If you're not always trying to live, maybe you should watch his podcast that he just released before this.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're not always trying to live, go check that out. Could do you some good. Could do lots of good. that got kind of depressing.
That wasn't depressing.
I mean, kind of, because it was a suicide prevention podcast, so like...
I have AIDS.
I believe you. Did you fuck
Should
a
we just
monkey,
end it
Leo?
there? I don't-
Hold on. Before we end it, did you fuck a monkey? And be completely honest with me. I know you did. I
Well,
felt
duh. Of course I fucked a monkey.
Okay.
Scissor me timbers. Fuck this monkey.
All right. Well, with this new knowledge that Leo is officially a monkey fucker, thanks for watching, guys. It was good talking to you, and